our health. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Kitchener-Conestoga.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank my colleague for her work and for her commitment to reducing drug use in Canada. And certainly on this side of the House, we have unanimous agreement that we need to work on this challenging problem. But, Madam Speaker, a number of weeks ago, our health critic offered in committee to actually split this bill into two parts to deal with the crisis part and then to work on the issues that we might have some disagreement on. So, in fact, the parts of the bill that should be implemented could actually be in law right now had the Liberal government agreed to do that. So my question, Madam Speaker, is two-part. Number one, why did the Liberal government not agree to allow us to split the bill into two parts and facilitate the quick movement of this bill? And secondly, now that the bill is here, why did they limit debate on this bill for those of us in Parliament who have been elected by our constituents to represent them, to be able to give their voice here in Parliament? Why did they limit debate by closing down debate? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The honourable member for Brampton South.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you. I appreciate my colleagues' passion on this. But as you heard, 900 lives were lost in Vancouver, and this is the urgent matter. We have to take step, and evidence shows that when properly established and maintained supervised consumption sites save lives and improve health without negatively impacting surrounding communities. And our minister just have the very valuable bill C-37. I want to all members to support this bill so we can save all Canadians' lives. Thank you.
Questions and comments. Questions et commentaires. L'honorable député de
The honourable member for Alfred Pellon. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank my colleague for her speech on this important bill. We see that this government is taking the necessary measures in reaction to the overdose crisis due to fentanyl, which is being experienced across the country. I think my colleague will agree that our government is basing its decisions on facts, science, and probative data. This is why we want to support supervised injection sites for cities that make such a request, because this reduces harm. I'd therefore like my colleague to share the other benefits of this bill for the health and safety of all Canadians.
member for Brampton South.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I appreciate members' questions. Our government made the overdose antidote naloxone more widely available in Canada, and it saves all Canadians' life. I appreciate our health minister's this step. And last month, Minister of Health co-hosted conference summit on opioid that resulted in 42 organizations bringing forward concrete proposal on their own. Our government is also continue to respond all tragic crises in the way that comprehensive, collaborative, and compassionate. And also, we will continue to work with our partners across the country to continue bringing forward evidence-based solution to save lives. That's why C-37, we are all members are just, it's a democratic way to debate on this bill, so we all work together and save Canadians' lives.
Questions and comments. Questions et commentaires. The honourable member for Brandon Souris, a brief question, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd just like to ask my colleague who's just spoken about the situation that she's looked at. She just indicated that there was some 900 deaths in Vancouver. They have injection sites, as it's been pointed out by colleagues and others. And I just wanted to also follow up. We still have not received a question as to, or an answer rather, to the question that we've placed multiple times today about why the government didn't split this bill. There's about 80% of it that we've agreed with. Could have very well have had it enacted by now and perhaps even saved more lives. But yet they seem to be against community consultation, and I'm just wondering if you can provide an answer to both of those.
Brief answer from the member from Brampton South, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you. I just want thanks for your deep passion for that question. But Madam Speaker, we know we need to have a comprehensive approach in order to face this crisis. And this is not the time to play a divisive politics. And this is the time to act. We need urgent act to do.
So just before I go to the next step, I just want to remind the member to address the question to the House and not to, or to respond to that to the Speaker and not to the individual members. So, and the time is up. So now we move on to.